If I say the word modesty, what is the first thing that pops into your head? Is it long skirts, turtlenecks, some lady at church telling you that your shorts are too short? Yeah, I get it. And honestly, if that's what modesty means, I'd roll my eyes too. But here's what nobody is actually telling you. Modesty was never about the hemline. It was always about the heart. And today, I want to have the conversation about this that I wish someone had had with me when I was your age. No guilt trips, no dress codes, just real talk. Stay with me. This one might surprise you. So here's what actually is happening in 2026. You've got two loud voices screaming at you from opposite directions. Voice number one says, cover up. You're responsible for other people's thoughts. Your body is a problem to manage. Voice number two says, wear whatever you want. Your body, your rules. Anyone who disagrees is controlling you. And you're stuck in the middle going, so which is it? Here's the truth that neither side wants to admit. Both of those voices are actually about the same thing. They're both obsessed with what other people think about your body. One says hide it for them, and the other says flaunt it for them. But neither one asks the most important question. What do you actually want? And who are you dressing for? That's what we're going to talk about today. Let me tell you something that literally changed my whole perspective. The word modesty in the Bible, in 1 Timothy 2:9, the Greek word is Cosmios. Do you know what it actually means? Orderly, well-arranged, and self-controlled. It's not about the inches of fabric. It's about a woman who is put together on the inside, someone who isn't desperate for attention because she already knows who she is and whose she is. It's a flex, not a restriction. Think about the girl at school who walks in and she's just confident, not loud, not trying to prove anything. She just carries herself like she knows her worth. That is Cosmios. That is biblical modesty. And it's honestly one of the most powerful things that you can walk in as a young woman. It's not cover up because you're too much. It's you're so valuable that not everyone deserves access. Now, I need to be honest about something. The reason the word modesty makes a lot of you cringe, that's not your fault. This word has been weaponized. Girls have been pulled out of classrooms because of a tank top. Women have been shamed in churches because of a neckline. And the message was always the same. Your body is causing someone else to sin, and that's your problem. No, full stop, no. Someone else's thoughts are not your responsibility. The Bible says each person is tempted by their own desires in James 1:14. This is a them issue. So if your only experience with modesty is shame, I want to apologize on behalf of the adults who got that wrong. That was control dressed up as faith, and that's not what God intended. Real modesty isn't about shame. Real modesty is about ownership. You get to decide what you present to the world, not because you're scared, but because you're intentional. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, social media. You are the first generation of girls growing up where your body can get likes. What you wear determines how many views you get, where the algorithm literally rewards showing more skin. And nobody's having an honest conversation with you about what that does to your brain. And here's what the research says. When you post a photo and get validated for how you look, your brain starts associating your appearance with your worth. That's not opinion, that's neuroscience. Dopamine hits tied to an external approval. And over time, you stop asking, do I like how I feel in this? And start asking, will they like how I look in this? That's not freedom. That's a cage with a ring light. I'm not telling you to delete your Instagram. I'm asking you to notice, are you choosing what you wear, or is the algorithm choosing for you? Because a girl who dresses for herself, whether that's a crop top or a crew neck, that is power. A girl who dresses for the comment section, that's a trap. So here's what I want to leave you with. 3 questions and no judgment. Just an honest heart check you can do anytime that you're getting dressed, posting a video, or walking out the door. Question 1. Who am I trying to attract with this? And is that person worth attracting? Not, is this modest enough? But does this reflect the attention that I actually want? Because the kind of attention that you attract is the kind of relationship that you'll end up in, period. Question 2. Am I dressing from confidence or for confidence? There is a difference. One says, I feel good, so I'm expressing it. The other says, I need to look a certain way to feel good. One is overflow and the other is a deficit. You want to dress from the overflow. Question 3. If no one saw this outfit, no likes, no comments, no reactions, would I still choose it? That tells you everything. If the answer is yes, wear it and own it. If the answer is honestly no, then you just learned something really important about yourself. And that's not shame. Here's what I want you to walk away knowing. You are not too much. Your body is not a problem. You don't need to hide. And you're also worth more than a double tap. You're worth more than being someone's screenshot. You are worth being known, not just seen. Modesty in 2026 isn't about following a dress code. It's about knowing your value so deeply that you don't need the world to confirm it. And that is the kind of girl who changes rooms when she walks in, not because of what she's wearing, but because of who she is. And if this hits different, would you share it with a friend who needs to hear it? Drop a comment telling me which question hit you the hardest. And if you're new here, would you subscribe? Because this is what we do. Real talk, no filter, faith that actually meets you where you are. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.